And when you're ready now, giving the full weight of your body to the ground. It is an amazing thought that at this moment you are spinning through space at thousands of miles an hour. Spinning through space at thousands of miles an hour, and yet such is the love of the earth for you that you can be held and still. Such is the love of the earth for you that you can feel held and still. Be welcomed to the earth. As much as you are welcomed to the earth with each breath, welcome into you life. Each breath in comes to you as a gift of every other living thing that has breathed out. So each breath opens you to the world. Being held then between those two welcomes, between the welcome of the earth for you and the welcome you have for life itself. Settling into that rhythm, that song of the natural, easeful breath. And repeating these words as if they were your words, repeating them to yourself, repeating the words, release, soft, shift, release, soft, shift, release, soft, shift. And I invite you now to travel around the body on this ancient route, traveling around the mama point. And as I name each part of the body in turn, you can just imagine the light of your awareness resting lightly on that point. And if you'd like to, you can imagine placing there a drop of oil, as if you were anointing the body. Beginning at the crown of the head, and the eyebrow center, the space between your eyebrows, and the center of the throat, and the front of the right shoulder, inside the right elbow, and the right wrist, the right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, back to the right wrist, elbow, shoulder, the center of the throat, and the front of the left shoulder now, and the inside of the left elbow, the left wrist, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, the center of the throat once more. The center of the chest now, and the left side of the chest. Center of the chest and the right side of the chest, and the center of the chest, the heart center once more. down to the navel and the front of the pubic bones, the right hip, right knee, right ankle, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, ankle, knee, hip, front of the pubic bone, the left hip now, knee, ankle, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe of the left foot, ankle, knee, hip, pubic bone, navel, centre of the chest, centre of the throat, centre of the eyebrows once more. Feeling the rising and falling of the breath, the rising and falling of the breath and the rising and falling of your awareness with it up and down the body, the rising and falling of the breath. And I invite you to count the breaths now, counting each breath in turn from 9 down to 1. And if you lose count, don't worry. And if you get to the end, don't worry. Just find a way to keep counting for now. And whatever number you've reached, let that go. Repeating to yourself once more, making my words your words, repeating those trigger words. Release, soft, shift, release, soft, shift, release, soft, shift. And imagining yourself in a place now that's warm and dark and comfortable. Feeling that soft velvet darkness against your eyes. And now imagine as if a bright light is dawning above you, suddenly being filled with light, covered with light. And as if the day and night had suddenly sped up, can you feel yourself moving from lightness to darkness, to lightness, to darkness? Lightness to darkness. Where is the place where both of those are true? where both of those are equally real. And you can let that go. And remember the last time that you were really irritable. And you don't need to go back into that place, just remembering the feeling, the experience. How did it taste in the body? How did it feel in the heart to be in that place where you were a little irritable, a little cranky? And when you felt that as fully as you can, coming now to a memory of feeling deeply content, as if just all was right with the world, nothing there to kind of rub you the wrong way. Everything is comfortable, content. Again, you don't need to lose yourself in that experience, but can you remember how it felt? How does it taste? How does it feel in the body and the heart? To be perfectly content. And once more, can you move between those things? Can you bring yourself to the place where you are irritable and then to the place where you are content? Moving backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Where is the place where both of those things are true and real? And letting that go. And I invite you to imagine now that you are sitting on the banks of a river. Maybe it's a river that you know well. Maybe it's just one of your imagination. But it's a happy river. It's a nice place to be. The grass is soft and warm and the day is fine. Clouds are just scudding overhead. And to one side, just out of the corner of your eye, you notice a movement like a flash of brown fur in the grass on the edge of the riverbank. And it's an otter flashing past. And before you know it, and utterly effortlessly, you find yourself in that place of the otter. You find yourself in the body of that otter. You feel the litheness, the quickness of the movement, the joy of play. Running along the riverbank, dipping in and out. And when you're ready, diving into the river itself and playing with the light on the water, on the pebbles, on the ground beneath. Diving and turning and playing with the water in any way that makes sense. And then out of the corner of your eye again, you spot a flash of silver. A salmon leaping leaping out of the water to catch a fly, and you are in that moment that salmon. Flashing through the water. Swimming through weeds, through bright water and dark. And how different your body feels now. And out of the corner of your eye again you catch a flash of gossamer and gold. And as you leap out of the water to catch the dragonfly above you, you are suddenly that dragonfly taking off across the water, flashing through the sunlight, flitting backwards and forwards, up and down, playing with the wind and the air and the sunlight and the water and the world beneath you. Until once more, out of the corner of your eye, you see a figure sat on the bank, and you are back. Back in your body, back in your usual shape, sat on the bank of the river, watching the water flow by, feeling the breeze on your face and the warmth of the sun. And in this place, bringing the focus of your attention to the heart center, and giving thanks for the time that we have shared together this evening. And if an intention or a message of wisdom calls to you here, let it be heard. Coming back once more to the sound of my voice. To the physical breath flowing in and out of the body. To the feeling of your weight on the mat and the covers around you. Once more beginning to invite your breath to deepen. To stretch and wriggle into fingers and toes. And taking any route that makes sense and all the time that you need to come back to a sitting position.